My goal here is simple. Funner for everyone.
Hey, Jane, you having fun?
Woo!
Is that legal?
Because around here, funner is a state of mind.
What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. A little Lakers Talk Daily on this Thursday. Of course, tonight Lakers will have Game 2 against the Denver Nuggets, and I want to talk a little bit about Lakers in Game 2, how they respond, adjustments that they're going to make, and then most importantly, finding a way to come up with a win. I think we'd all agree at the end of the day that's all that really matters. Getting that split before they come back to Los Angeles. First off, as always. Thank you for being a part of the show. Please subscribe to our channel here. So on ESPN LA's YouTube page, we are continuing to put up a ton of content. We'd greatly appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. Harrah's Resort SoCal, a proud partner of Lakers Talk Daily. Find your funner state of mind with a visit to Harrah's Resort SoCal. Voted best resort in funner California, from dining to unwinding. You'll find fun around every corner. Learn more at harrahssocal.com. harrahssocal.com. It's 2 hours away from downtown LA. Fantastic property for a staycation. Something to keep in mind, located out in northern San Diego. Okay, let's get to tonight's game. Couple things that I want to see right out the gate. And I don't know if the Lakers will make any mention of this before the game actually starts. Okay, change that starting lineup. That clearly didn't work. I thought they got a little bit too cute in Game 1. Definitely got to go bigger. So I think they got some options here. I think that part is clear. Let me give you an idea of some of the options that the Lakers have. One thing they could do is they could sit D'Angelo Russell and bring him in off the bench and put Dennis Schroeder in the starting lineup. I got no problem with that. I think Dennis Schroeder is more of a dog, and he's going to focus more on the defensive side. It's one thing they could do. Another thing they could do is put Rui Hachimura in, and one of those three guards comes out. Either D'Lo's out, Dennis Schroeder's out, whatever the case is. Rui can be a starter. We know how well he played in Game 1. Another thing they could do, instead of Rui, they could put Jared Vanderbilt in to start. I think it's safe to say, no matter what they do, size and not digging yourself such a hole, rebounding, points, defense, all that stuff, where the Lakers in the first half gave up 72 points. We're down 17, I want to say, by the time the first half was over. Or no, out-rebounded by 17 by the time the first half was over. All that stuff you got to handle right out the gate. Lakers dug themselves too much of a hole. And it was awesome, right? They came all the way back. They did what they can, but they dug themselves such a hole. And I thought it was a lot of that had to do with the starting lineup that they threw out there. So that's one thing that I think is incredibly important, is to make sure that you got more size in that starting lineup. Another key to tonight's game, when you're on the road and you're going up against, a franchise that's never been to the NBA Finals, you got to put pressure on them early. And the only way you're going to put pressure on the Denver Nuggets early is you got to make sure the game is close in the beginning. Or in a perfect scenario, you have a 3, 5, 7-point lead by the time the first quarter is done. Or by halftime, you're up 7, 8 points, something like that. You got to make them feel the pressure. So far, the Denver Nuggets have felt no pressure all playoffs, other than Game 1, where they're up 14 going into the fourth quarter and almost choked away that game. Give the Lakers a lot of credit, but Denver too, and they weren't playing good basketball. I don't think the Nuggets were doing anything where you're sitting and telling yourself, wow, look at this Nuggets team. Wow, this is going to be a 20-point blowout, 25-point blowout. We thought that through 3 quarters, but 6 minutes left to go. Denver was holding on for dear life. So I really, really would like to see the Lakers put themselves in a position tonight where they're not playing catch-up all game, that they put pressure on a Denver Nuggets team that's never been to the NBA Finals, that's never got past the Lakers to get to the NBA Finals, right? Where that crowd, which don't get me wrong, it's about 20,000 Denver Nuggets fans in that arena. You feel them. Ball Arena was rocking on Tuesday night, and it's up to the Lakers to kind of quiet that crowd down and get everybody nervous. Not the final 4 minutes of the game, but to start the game and kind of set that tone. So starting lineup, you got to go bigger. Setting the tone right out the gate and not digging such a hole, I think that's going to be a key factor. And the last thing for me is Nikola Jokic. Jokic is an unbelievable basketball player, but you can't let him do everything. You got to pick and choose. So if Joker's going to go off for 35, okay, sounds good. But he can't have 13, 14 assists as well, where 6 guys are scoring in double figures. If Jokic is going to have 15 assists, you can't let him also have 40 points. So I think you really got to pick with the Joker. What do you want? What are you willing to give up? For me personally, I'd rather have Joker be more of an offensive threat because he's scoring than I have no idea. Is he going to kick to KCP, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray? That is a key for me, and I would prefer that the Lakers decide to make him more of a scorer rather than a facilitator. So those are kind of my keys to the game. I don't think Jamal Murray is going to shoot as good as he did in the first game. If he does, obviously that's a problem. I'd like to see them match up a little bit bigger with Jamal Murray. Maybe we get to see Jared Vanderbilt. I think I saw Draymond Green put that in his podcast. Something like that. Make him a little more uncomfortable. So we'll see what the adjustments the Lakers make, but those are some of the things that stand out to me. If you have any suggestions here, what that starting lineup should be, how the Lakers should approach this game, what's going to be your keys, please put them in the comments below. I do want to also make mention, one of our great partners here on Lakers Talk Daily for the Western Conference Finals is Power Pro Plumbing, Heating, and Air. I'm in Denver. I was here for game 1. I'll be here tonight for game 2. I'm here because our relationship with Power Pro and a partnership that we put together for me to be out here. So I'm very appreciative of Power Pro, very appreciative of Raul Rodriguez, Carlos, the entire team over there. I'll keep it simple because you're not always going to need their service, but when you do, powerproplumbing.com. They've been around 20 years in the industry, 30 plus years of industry experience. They're really, really greatly known for their customer service. 26,000 great reviews that they have. It's all about customer service. And again, heating and air conditioning and plumbing. You might not need them today, but when you do, please go with my guys, Power Pro Plumbing, at powerproplumbing.com. And I'm very, very appreciative of them being nice enough to work out a program where I could be here for games 1 and 2. All right, Laker fans, that's all I got for tonight's game. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Please subscribe to the channel. And let's make sure that the next time we talk, the series is tied 1-1. Thanks, Laker fans.